Whoops. I'm very lucky to have these beautiful citrus trees at my disposal. And a couple of years ago I started making marmalade, like as a tradition. And my sister Alyssa loved it so much that I have to do it every year now. So, welcome to the Gentleman Caller's Magical Marmalade. We're back in the house, and as you can see, I have started taking the peel off of these oranges. I washed them up really well. Don't forget to wash them, especially if you pick them off of your own trees, because they've been out there for a minute, and these had a lot of dirt on them. So we're going to take the peels off these oranges, and we're also going to take the peel off 2 lemons. Now, fortunately, we also have a lemon tree here, and they're like beautiful, insanely gorgeous Meyer lemons. And so that's what I'm working with here today. And you know, my lemons are a little bit sweet, so I might up that a little bit because the lemon is there for, you know, sourness. That's what lemons are for, to be sour. Yeah, so keep going, and take all of the peel off of your oranges and your lemons. And when you are finished doing that, we're gonna chop it all up into little bitty pieces. Oh, these Meyer lemons, they're insane. And they're so freaking big this year. Like, look at this sucker. I might have to do another recipe with lemons. Lemons are one of my most favorite things. Okay, so keep pulling that peel off. Look how fast it's coming off this sucker. When I was a kid at Christmas time, my Uncle Russell, whom I seldomly saw, got a jar of orange marmalade for Christmas every single year without fail. It was one of the most predictable things ever. You could bet on Uncle Russell getting a jar of orange marmalade and his wife, my Aunt Vernalee, giving us all pink Avon bubble bath. I don't know if you've ever experienced pink Avon bubble bath, but if you haven't, you should get on the internet right this minute and order pink Avon bubble bath. Now that we have all these peels off of our fruit, I'm going to take a serrated knife and I'm going to take all of this white off because it's really bitter. It's kind of disgusting. So just kind of do the same thing that you did with your peeler, but use a serrated knife and get all that business off of that. Look how red these oranges are. I think this orange tree has a little bit of blood orange or something happening with it because they're not consistently like a blood orange, but there's something going on with this variety, and they're really tasty. We're really lucky to have them. All right, let's get cooking. So I've got a big old saucepan here. I'm going to put it on the heat, and I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water. 2.5. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to bring this to a boil. And while that's coming to a boil, I'm going to chop my peels up. I sterilized my jars ahead of time. You don't have to boil them if you don't want to. I do it because I do it out of tradition, honestly. That's what Granny did. That's what my people did. So that's what I do. You can run them to the dishwasher. It ain't that deep. Bring to a simmer, 20 minutes. Be sure you get all the pesky seeds out of your fruit. My fruit had a lot of seeds, and you don't want people that you give this to bite down on a big ass seed. Okay, so you put your fruit in after 20 minutes to your water, and there's a seed right there, to your water and peel mixture. And you put in a little spat of butter too, because this is going to make it not so foamy. And we simmer this for 10 minutes. Okay, our 10 minutes are up. Now, if you have any pieces in here that are egregiously pithy, then get a tong or something and pull them out. I did pretty well, actually, this time. And now, it's time to put in the pectin. So this is a box of Sure Gel, and I'm actually going to put in a little more than it calls for because citrus fruit has a tendency not to want to come together. And after you do all this work, like if your jam doesn't set, you know what I'm saying. Not good. So that's one whole box, and then I'm going to put in just a little bit. I'm going to put in half. So that's 1.5. 1.5 of this. Stir it in. So now we're going to want to achieve a full rolling boil. Full rolling boil. If you don't know what that is, then please Google it because we want this to work properly. Full rolling boil. Let's add the sugar. This is 5.5 cups of sugar. Yes, that's a lot of sugar. But we're American, right? Well, you may not be American, but I'm American, right? Americans like sugar. It's a thing. So stir all that in. Ooh, it's beautiful. Ah, the color is so gorgeous. Now I want it to come to a full rolling boil one more time. Full rolling boil. And it's going to, and we need to achieve that and maintain it for exactly 1 minute. And then we'll take it off the heat. Okay, so all my sugar is dissolved. Now let's find that boil. They make funnels for this, but my funnel doesn't fit this. So I got like a party cup, like a paper cup, and I just lobbed the bottom off and shoved it in there because, you know, this liquid is like molten hot lava, basically. And I wanted a way to be able to get it in here without going to the hospital for burns. So this is my genius invention. It doesn't look great, but it sure gets the job done. Okay, so let me tell you about my other secret. After we boil this for another minute, I'm going to add a little something special. I'm going to add about 1 ounce of COINTREAU, and it's going to pop it up just a little bit. It's not going to taste like booze, but you know, this stuff is so good. It's beautiful, it's French, and you know, it's going to make things a little bit delicious. Okay, we're in. Full rolling boil. Exactly 1 minute. Sometimes when you make jam, jelly jam, whatever, a froth comes at the top, and that's why you put that little piece of butter in a minute ago. This today is not getting very frothy at all, which I prefer. If it does get frothy on you, get a ladle or something and just skim it off the top and, you know, wash it down the sink or whatever. Ain't no big deal. 28 seconds left on the timer. Keep stirring. 3, 2, 1. That's all, folks. 1. Voila. Well, I am very pleased with myself. Look at these bad boys. Now let them cool really thoroughly. You're going to hear a satisfying little when they're cooled off. And then let them set. And once they're set, they're ready for you to enjoy, for you to give away to your friends, whatever you want to do. So thanks for spending the afternoon with me. This is the Gentleman Caller, signing off. Hey! It's me, Austin Miller, the Gentleman Caller, and I want you to follow me on social media. You can find me on Instagram at The Gentleman Caller Austin Miller. You can also find me on Twitter at The Gentleman Caller Austin Miller. And don't forget to find me on Pinterest as well, because I post additional photos and direct links on Pinterest too. So come on down and hit some likes if you want to, and I'll see you there.